Welcome to Talk It Out with Dr. Vince Pellegrino. Today we're going to be talking about the issue of gay shame and how gay shame has affected the gay culture. Gay men growing older being gay, but not also coming out and being gay. So gentlemen, introduce yourselves to the audience.
Hi there, my name is David Coss, gay man. I'm 49 years old and lived in New York for about 22 years and have spent most of my gay years, I will say, here in New York City, and I've had a lot of fun, and it's also been extremely challenging at the same time.
Good. Thank you, David. Chris?
My name's Chris Silva, and I'm a 53-year-old single gay male living in New York. I've been here for about 10 years, and I came out when I was in my early 20s, and I've never looked back.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Dr. Vince, and the show is called Talk It Out, and the book that just is completed and now ready for publication is called Talk It Out, No More Gay Shame. And the book deals with stories of 25 gay men and some gay women on being gay and how shame has affected their life, and that by talking it out and coming out, but just talking about their lives, that they felt better about who they are, and they've had success and happiness. They've had challenges, of course, but they've also had such, that by talking it out, they felt better about themselves rather than keeping it inside or keeping it quiet or the secrets. So, Chris, let's start with you. You had a very difficult coming out. You felt very shameful for being gay. Tell us a little something about what happened.
Well, I wasn't very supported as a child. I think it's a kind of a cliched story for most gay guys.
Right.
Not feeling accepted as a young boy and being ostracized and all that, and being a very sensitive person to begin with, it was devastating to me. And so I think the fact that you're doing this is just very, very can be so helpful for people. I'm really happy that you're taking it upon yourself to do this, because who can say that getting rid of shame is bad? I mean, we all need to enjoy the life we've been given.
It's affected so many of us. Shame itself. I mean, but I don't want to. I'm talking about the gay males right now, and also for our gay sisters. But you at 17, you also felt psychotic. You said to a point that you felt that you should be a woman.
Yeah.
And that they were going to take you away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't want to get into that whole gory story.
No, but you got through it through the help of your parents and through caring health professionals.
Right, exactly.
And that's why I always say it's so important that you do not keep it to yourself. You reach out, mom, dad, whoever it is that's going to be there for you, friends, teachers. We'll listen. I mean, I'm here to help my kids. Dave, how about you? Tell us about how gay shame affected your life and how you dealt with it and where you are today about it.
Well, I think that when I came out, it was of course very difficult and very absolutely terrifying to have family and friends find out about me. Right. And I didn't want anybody to know, because somehow I found out that it was not good to be this way that I was. Mm-hmm. So keeping it under wraps for that long amount of time was very difficult and very terrifying, and I think it makes kids terrified. And as we grow older, I somehow think that we bring that terrified feeling into our adult lives. Just
by
afraid.
Doing what? What do we do to ourselves that cause people to live a terrified life?
I think that just by that feeling alone, that terrifying feeling, I think that it really prevents people from just being who they are. I mean, it's fear. And fear is just a crippling.
Fear
stops everything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so then you have to tackle that fear and that terrifying feeling, and you have to face it, and you just have to really appreciate who you are and what the gifts you've been given, and you just got to go straight ahead.
And you have to have the will.
You have
the
to
will
have the will
to go out and do it.
You must.
I used to watch this movie last night called The Impossible, and it was the survival. I mean, when people got hit by a tsunami, and it was they survived because they had a sheer will to live. That's the same will that we need as far as gay men in order to get through those challenges that we have in our life.
Exactly.
And I had that. I felt I was disappointing my mother, and I lived a lie. I pursued. I like girls. Believe me, I've been with women, but I was like trying to please my mom. I was going to get married.
Right.
And there's so many men have gotten married, and they never, some of them never came out. And lived. My uncle, I had an uncle who, we all thought was gay, and he never came out. And you talk about your brother, who, who's challenged right now with his issues. So, if we all have family members or people that we know that struggle with this, being gay. But, being gay can be great. And I've certainly had a wonderful time, and my coming out experience was beautiful, and my wedding was wonderful. Didn't last more than 6 years, but it was great. And him and I are still friends, and I embrace the people in my life. And I thank this university for offering this opportunity to do this wonderful show called Talk It Out with Dr. Vince on every Sunday night at midnight. And gentlemen, I want to thank you. Any last words you'd like to say to the audience about empowering oneself, about being gay, and what you love about it?
Well, first of all, buy the book. It's going to be a great book.
It is.
And and there's nothing better than being who you are. There's nothing better than the power of knowing that you're not hiding. And I suggest it for everyone.
David?
I couldn't have put it better. Really, the acceptance that you come to at this age, and is very amazing and wonderful. Especially if you've been struggling with it and trying to get to this point for so long, to this acceptance level, which I think happens in your late 40s, 50s, 60. You really own who you are, and I think it's. I'm very thankful that I'm still here and
well, we are too. And looking great, both of you.
Able to talk about it.
Well, Jenna, thank you so much. This has been Talk It Out with Dr. Vince. The show's on every Sunday night. I write for the Huffington Post and Edge Magazine, and the book is coming out called Talk It Out, No More Gay Shame. Thank you guys for being with us today.
Thanks.